Well, hello there, cake friends. Welcome to this week's episode of What's Caking Baby. This week, we are going to do a tutorial on raspberry fruit filling. It is delicious and it's homemade and it doesn't come out of a sleeve where you can just squeeze it onto a cake. It has a powerful punch of flavor. So I don't want to take up any more of your time. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make a delicious fruit puree filling for your cake. Now, you can use any fruit pretty much for this. I usually use raspberry. That's because one of my biggest sellers in my cake business is raspberry swirl cake, which is a white cake and it is swirled with raspberry fruit puree to make a raspberry swirl cake, which is delicious. So you can use this filling as a filling in between layers of cake, or you can use it to swirl a fruit flavoring into a cake, so whatever you would like. And like I said, I use raspberries, and I've used blueberries before, and it also works great with blueberries and a lot of fruits. So why don't we get started? And it is a very simple recipe and it is delicious. Let's go. I'm gathering all of my ingredients here. You need to have 12 ounces of fruit, and you can use fresh or frozen. A lot of times I like to use frozen because it helps with the juice. As they are thawing out, you get more juice. And so we're going to do 12 ounces. And a lot of times the fruit you're looking for is not in season, so you might want to get frozen. We have 12 ounces of fruit here, and it is still thawing out. It's not quite thawed out yet, so I'm going to let that go for a little bit. Then we're going to need a teaspoon of lemon juice, and then we're going to need a half a cup of sugar and some water. I didn't measure it out, so what we're going to do is once we get the fruit thawed, then we're going to strain it, and whatever juice we get out of it, we need about 3/4 of a cup of juice. So if we don't get 3/4 of a cup, we will add water until we get the 3/4 of a cup. And then the final ingredient will be cornstarch. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. So once this completely thaws out, we'll get started. Raspberries are thawed out. We're going to pour them into the pan with the strainer. I'm just going to pour them all in there. Make sure you can see here. And we're going to let them drain out. And you want to try to get about 3/4 of a cup. I'm not going to push them through the sieve yet. I just want the juice to come out. Okay, so now I'm going to put this over another pot, and we'll come back to that. Now, let's measure this out and see how much we have here. All right, so it looks like we have just almost a half a cup. So we're going to add some more water to make 3/4 of a cup. There we go. All right. Now, we're going to pour this back in the pan because that's what we need right there. And we're going to add our lemon juice. And let's see here. We're going to be doing 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Okay, you could use real lemon juice from a lemon, or you can use bottled lemon juice. It's up to you. Then we're going to add our 1/2 cup of sugar. Then we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Actually, it's 2 heaping teaspoons, so 2 heaping teaspoons of cornstarch. All right, and then we're going to stir it all up, make sure it's all mixed in. Okay, now I'm going to take this over to the stove and I'm going to heat it up until I see it bubbles and starts to thicken. And then once it starts thickening, then I will take it off the stove. It is a small amount, so it should not take long at all. We're going to continue to stir, and you'll notice it to thicken. I'll stop stirring for a second, and you can see that it's starting to thicken. It's getting ready to bubble. This is a very simple recipe. Basically, sugar, fruit, and some lemon juice and cornstarch to thicken it. All right, we are at our bubbling, as you can see, and it's thickening, and then we are done. Okay, so if you can see over all this steam here, it has thickened. It's thick enough that when you put it on the back of a spoon, it'll stick to the back of the spoon, and that's just the desired thickness we're looking for. All right, we're going to let that cool. Okay, now while we are waiting for our thickened puree to cool down, we are going to push, this is the raspberry fruit, and we are going to push it through a sieve. I'm using the back of a measuring spoon because I like the curve of it. The curve of it kind of gives it more of a push. So we're trying to release a lot of the pulp. We don't want the seeds. That's what we're trying to avoid. So we're just trying to push all of this down to avoid the seeds. And some fruits, if you're going to use, some fruits you won't need to do this. I mean, blueberries you will, because you don't want the skin of the blueberries in there. Strawberries, most likely, because of the seeds on the outside. But some fruits, you may not need to do this. So I'm just trying to get enough of the pulp. You want to try to get between 1/3 cup to 1/2 cup. So you just keep pressing it down. Okay, we are almost there. And then when you look at the other side, it kind of sticks to the base of the strainer. So you want to just kind of scoop it off a little bit. All right, I'm going to continue to do this for a little bit longer, and then we're going to measure the amount out. Okay, and it looks like just about a third, so that's perfect. Now we're going to add this third to the cooled off puree. Juice solution here has cooled off enough that we can add the strained raspberry. Actually, I'm going to use my whisk. And you're going to whisk it all in. And you do have some seeds in there, but when we strained it, it took care of the majority of them. And there you have it. You have a delicious filling. It's loose right now, but once it completely cools, it'll be a spreadable consistency. So this is raspberry fruit puree, and it's going to cool completely. And as it cools, it will gel up and firm up. So there you have it. You can use it as a filling, or you can use it as a swirl, which I'm going to do. I'm going to be making a cake for a customer later this week, and it's going to be a raspberry swirl, a white cake with raspberry swirled in. And what I do is I put the white cake in the pans, and then I squeeze out some of this raspberry filling into it, and then swirl it around into the batter and let it bake. It's delicious. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. Well, wasn't that easy? It is such a fabulous recipe. They're very little ingredients, and it has such a powerful punch. I know I told you in the tutorial that I use this recipe for my raspberry swirl cake, and it works so great for that. You can just put your cake batter in the pan, and then I put my filling in a piping bag, and then I pipe swirls around, and then I'll use either a butter knife or a spatula, and then I swirl the raspberry into the cake batter and bake it, and it is so great. I love it so much. And I also want you to know that you don't have to just use raspberry. Pretty much any flavor of any fruit will work with this. You just follow the same directions and change out the fruit if you want. It's holiday season's coming up. Chocolate goes really well with raspberry. It also goes really well with strawberry. You can just, and for spring cakes, you can use blueberry. Blueberry goes great with lemon, and I mean, the flavor combinations are just it's endless. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you try it out. And if you do try it out, send me an email and let me know how it worked for you. My email is info@pattydefandi.com. So one more thing before we go. I know a lot of you know that my favorite love in the cake decorating world is fondant. And I have created a 9-page fondant guide for you. And I've given it out to many of my subscribers and people who are in my Facebook group. And it's a great guide. And in this guide, I have many ways to solve the most common issues with fondant. And not only that, but there's also tips and tricks on how to work with it. And it's a great guide. And I'm going to put the link to it in the comment section below of this the cake show. So feel free to download it and keep it for yourself. It's a great guide. It gives you lots of tips and tricks. And I know you'll get some use out of it, and I know you will, because I have. When I was creating this guide, I'm thinking all the things that I ran into with fondant when I was learning to use fondant, and I put those in there with solving those issues. So give it a try. And speaking of fondant, well, I don't want to speak too much. This is a secret I can't let out yet, but I am working on something really exciting for everyone, and it's almost finished, and I'm going to be announcing it in a couple of weeks. I want to wait until after the Thanksgiving holiday, and in the beginning of December, most likely, that I'm going to be announcing it. But you are definitely going to benefit from this, and it's very exciting, and I want to get started. I think what I'm going to let you in on, the secret, is that it has to do with fondant. Of course it has to do with fondant. That's my forte in the cake world. I love talking about it. I love teaching it. I love learning more about it. I love doing cake toppers and cake decorations with fondant. I love covering cakes with fondant. So you are going to get the benefits of my knowledge and my past experience of using fondant. I'm going to pass that on to you. So I can't really say much more about that because it'll spoil everything. So keep in tuned, and you're going to be getting more information about that shortly. So I just wanted to put a little plug in there for that. So I hope you all have a great week, and I know this was a very short video show. However, I have some more that I'm going to be working on that are going to be more extensive. But this week, because I'm working on this new venture, or this, not really a venture, this new product for you to help you, to teach you, I've been to this week, I ended up having to shorten my video show, but that's okay. There's plenty more coming in your way. So everyone have a great week, and I will see you next week.